Hi guys, so you may have seen in one of my recent videos, I was messing about with this. Yeah, it's an awesome endless dungeon system. And this is a Kickstarter by 3D Legends. I will leave a link down below, where they kindly sent me some bits and pieces to have a little bit of a mess about with. And I spent hours just coming up with all kinds of configurations. Absolutely love how this goes together, real easy. But the thing I really love about this is the fact you can change the walls. So even when this is built and made, you can still change things on the go, which is just awesome. So you'd have seen that video. Yeah, they sent me, as I can say, a shed load of bits and pieces for me to have a bit of a play with. And this is where, yeah, I'll admit I am a big kid. And I probably did spend more time building, having little ideas in my head of what was going to go on, then rebuilding, and yeah, so on and so forth. So obviously, Dungeons and Dragons, a game I've been playing on and off since 1983. It's probably more off because I did spend a lot of time traveling when I was younger. But yeah, so this little dungeon system, say by 3D Legends, the Kickstarter was out some time ago, but you can still pledge. Basically, it's like the late pledge for the available rewards, as they have unlocked obviously quite a lot of stuff. And you'll see a bit later on in this video, they've sent me some of their newer bits and pieces. But as you can see on the screen, this is the bit that I love, the fact you can just change the walls as you go. So you just slot out a wall and you can either put in a gate or a door, or just leave it completely empty. So it's a nice sort of walkway. And this is where, say, for me, I'm an old sort of, I'm an old style D&D player, as I always like the idea of things starting in a tavern, because that's where many adventure starts. But then with the dungeons, I like the fact of being able to change it on the go, and really sort of confuse and mess up the D&D party. So as I say, so this is this system, and it really is an endless dungeon system because, say, there's so many ways you can put this together. But then even when it is put together, you can still change the layout on the go, which is great. So say this came out last month. Kickstarter well and truly achieved, and as I say, a lot of things have unlocked, and obviously the late pledges is open for you to, well, get involved in this. And say this really is the last dungeon system you'd ever need, because you really can make exactly what you want, and so much more. As I say, sometimes I run out of ideas of what to make, but with this I really was building it, messing about, having ideas in my head of what would be happening. But the likes of this, the old spinny room, and this is obviously something you love. The adventurers go into a room, roll a dice, it spins round. Where they come out, who knows? If they even come out. So I say the system itself, it's all sort of click and sort of, well, click and play, really. Obviously, there are little pegs that you use to connect everything. Well, there's two sizes of pegs. Again, I'll show you the other size in a mo. So with the pegs, in the last video, you'd have seen me using the pliers to push them in. Yeah, it works well enough. It's easy to use, but there is a tool that you get with this, which makes it even easier. I'll show you that in a minute, because when I first got this, I was messing about. Obviously, I put it together again like I did the first one, just using the pliers. But then the more bags that I opened, because so they kindly sent me a load more stuff, then I found these little tools which make it so easy. So say everything just sort of clicks in together. This is open lock compatible, which is really cool. So obviously if you have loads of that stuff, then yeah, this will just mix in with that perfectly. So yeah, the spinning room again. This this is the kind of thing I love, because I do love, say, D&D for me takes place in a castle or in a dungeon, in the crypts, in the sewers, and yeah, I do like them that have more traps, more puzzles, more you have to get out of situations. Kind of like Indiana Jones, I guess, the very beginning, the good old Temple of Doom. But as I say, this is all very compatible, and you just swap bits out for other bits. So you can just have this lovely spiral staircase. I did show in the last video of this how you can have obviously different floors, so different levels, and then obviously you just reveal the level below, which is really good. So yeah, as I said, I was using the pliers, but when I opened the bags, I found this nifty little device, which obviously you just put the peg in, push down, job done. So yeah, even simpler than the pliers, a whole lot easier to use. But obviously, there are two different size pegs. So there is a smaller, well, same size device, just a smaller hole for smaller pegs. But I say, so much easier to use this than the pliers. And this system is really so easy to say to change bits about. So you can build the whole thing up, change it as you go, and obviously you can have loads of these kind of tiles already sort of pre-made, which is pretty cool. And obviously here's that spinny room, and again even that obviously you can just slot in different walls, doors, gates, or obviously you take that out to have nothing there, and obviously that's obviously how your poor adventurers are going to get into the room, but maybe not get out. So there it is in situation. Again, this thing, it just pulls apart real easy, but it is nice and stable. Although I think what I would like to do is obviously make up some of this and actually glue it together. So then it is almost a case of you have like a whole variety of tiles you can just put together real easy. So especially the fact you can just pull out and put in walls, doors, gates, all the rest. Yeah, you could have this glued together stack of tiles, which is just awesome. As I say, so easy to interchange things to make it exactly how you want. I say for me, this definitely gave me lots of ideas. So I would almost build the walls and the dungeon first, and then almost make up the rules where I'm going to have the mobs and all the rest. So guys, don't forget to check out the link down below. The Kickstarter has ended, but you can still get late pledges for all the available rewards. And so go check out because you'll be able to see exactly what you get and all the things that have recently been unlocked, which is just awesome. I say for me, yeah, I love this idea because when I do play D&D, I'm a very visual person, so I love to use little miniatures. And I say a board like this is just great. And obviously you could change this for even Hero Quest or any other kind of dungeon system, I guess. So yeah, as well as the walls, and you can get obviously different sort of looking archways. There are extra little bits you can put on again, just to sort of make this really sort of come alive. And that's some good old gargoyles. Yeah, obviously love these because these are going to be like stone ones, but the chances are, yeah, they're going to come to life, which is just pretty cool. And there we go, one system, endless dungeons. So yeah, big shout out and thank you to 3D Legends for obviously sending me this stuff because obviously I've had a lot of fun messing about with this. And obviously there are tiles, well these tiles are to make sewers. Again, so obviously whenever I do D&D, I have obviously the levels of the dungeons starting in the castle. The lower you go, and then yeah, you will end up in the sewers and the well the rotten area of the castle. But as I say, absolutely a shed load of bits and pieces to make up any kind of sort of dungeon system you really want or castle. Yeah, awesome. Guys, check out the link down below and let me know in the comments what game you play or where you could see yourself using this system. Say for me, obviously D&D is my sort of go-to, and that's definitely where I can see me and my mates using all this stuff. Okay, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that fun stuff. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.